Destinee.
On the ground.
It's okay, don't faint.
Dang.
That's huge.
Okay, so here's the story. Not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before. I was being a good girlfriend.
Why you took your name off Facebook?
I was putting away my boyfriend's dishes, you know, doing the kitchen thing. I'm always in the kitchen, okay? Why would anybody hide anything from me in the kitchen? I don't know. So my boyfriend, he thinks it's a good idea to do that. He puts the ring up in this cabinet that we don't really use that often, but we just so happen to use a plate out of there recently. So I put the plate up. I get this little grill thing out and I like put it in another cabinet so we could reach it. And then I was like, what is that box up there? And it didn't look like a ring box, okay? It looked just like it was a red box, you know? And I was thinking, well, maybe it's a knife in a box or something. I get it down, I was like, ooh, that's light. And I'm thinking I'm like, I open that up and then I see the ring box. I'm like, no, that's not right. That's not what that is. And I open it up and I was like, Grant was in the living room, okay? Kitchen, living room, you know. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is bad, you know. And I felt really bad because I've always wanted a good proposal, you know. And so, like, I put it away. I go home, and then I was like, Erin! I was like, you'll never believe what I just saw. And she's like, what is it? You're freaking me out.
Because she was screaming like she just got, I don't know, kicked herself. She's like,
Erin! What? So I tell her, and she's like, oh my gosh. And I was like, I feel like I should call my mom, but I don't know. She's like, call your mother. I was like, okay, I called her, and she's like, you saw what? What did you see? You know? And so the next couple of days, like, well, actually, the next day I went back in because I remembered the ribbon that was like on the box. I was like, I didn't put that back right. So he left for ROTC. I went to the house, got it out, and I was like fixing the ribbon so it was perfect. And I was like, shoot, I've got to put it on my finger. So I put it on my hand, and I was like, okay, put it back. And then I put it back up there. And so the next day, I'm making him, or we were eating breakfast. He's like, have you been snooping in my kitchen? And I was like, why would I be doing that? I was like, why would you hide anything in the kitchen for me? And blah, blah, blah. So going along with it. Well, that night, I had made him supper, you know, and I was cooking. And then he comes in the kitchen and he goes, do you have something you need to tell me? Because if I find out later that you lied to me, it's going to be bad. And so I was like, I burst out laughing because that's all I could do. Like, I'm a horrible liar. I don't know how I made it this far. But, so anyways, I just started laughing, and he's like, what'd you do? What'd you do? And I was like, I saw it. You know? And he eventually got it out of me, and he's like, I can't believe you. You snooped in my kitchen. I was like, I didn't look for it. I found it by accident. So, but anyway, so the next day he went home, asked my mom and my dad, and drove all the way to McEwen, and then came back, and then like at 11:30 that night, I was watching TV, and he shut the TV off, and then he was like, you know, he got down on one knee, and he's like, I know this wasn't a surprise, but I don't ever want my love for you to be a surprise. It was really corny, but it's grand.